Hi friends, so today we are going to talk about how not to worry about what others think of you. Have you ever felt embarrassed? You feel what happened, whatever lived the idea of people have about you. Well, embarrassment, it's related to the emotion of shame. We feel inadequate. We feel that now everybody will always remember us for what we did. And actually, it's a normal feelings because we violate a moral code or something that was standard, and that makes us feel inferior. Make us feel that now, how can I even go out to look at the same people, right? Well, that's a good thing sometimes, because they say, like studies says that people that got really bad embarrassment actually are the people that are more genuine and lovely and trying to do the best in their life that they could. And that's a nice thing. But what can we do if it's stuck in our mind what people think about us? Of course, we already said multiple times, we are creatures of social life. We love other people. And the worries that we have, how people think about us, it comes from the fear that we might end up with no friends. That maybe we will be isolated for something that we said or that we think. So we are trying all the time to be someone that we are not, to just please someone else. And that can be really dangerous for how we are, how we become to be, and actually the normal relationship with other people. Well, of course, we can feel guilty for what we have done, and that's okay. But also we have to think that people not always think about us in the same way we view ourselves. We have to think that people will consider us in the same measures we do with ourselves. What does that mean? So if I think I'm nothing or I'm not good at something, of course the other person is going to think the same, because I'm not giving the value to myself. If you don't stop to be bothered by what other people think about you, then you really are trapped in this, what I'm gonna do, or I'm not gonna be that person for that person. We don't want to do that. So what can we do? Well, let's start operate from a different viewpoint. Instead to be self-concentrated, let's think about what can the other person make them happy. And again, study shows that when a person gives consideration to others, gentle, already the thinking of the other person change, and it's more positive towards us. So one way, it's instead to be so focused on what can I be to be pleased by other people, how can I be nice to other people, and that will come naturally. Second, and that's a good one, recognize that hurt people hurt people. With that, well, hurt people do hurt people. Again, with that, someone that comes from a bad experience, they were hurt in the past for some of their reason, how they grew up, life experience, they have the tendency to just be mad and try to hurt other people. And that can be just with say something to you that's not nice. Maybe they recognize that you have a weakness and they just go there trying to pull you down. Recognize that. Recognize they were hurt in the past. Of course, you're not going to let that bother you. It's not because they were hurt in the past that's okay to hurt you. But if you see that, you recognize the pattern, then you don't take it personal. You don't think that you are not okay. You're okay, they're not okay. That's another way you can help yourself to not worry about people think. Now, how can you stop having these worries? Well, it seems very silly. At the same time, it's actually pretty simple. Try to be good. Try to be a good person. And you know what? Sometimes they're right. Maybe they're judging you because you did something. You just screw up, but everybody does. We are not perfect. If you recognize there was a mistake and they judge you on that, that's okay. Doesn't mean you're not valuable. Doesn't mean that you are not good. We make mistake. Move on. That's how the difference makes on a person that can move on and a person that doesn't. The person that does not will let the viewpoint of other people be so important and so strong on themselves that end you just disappear as a person. Because actually, who's gonna tell you you're doing good and great if you don't believe in yourself? So let's try to be positive. Let's try to recognize sometimes we make a mistake. The majority of the time, people have the history and stories. Don't let them bother you.